Get out the insurance cards, get out the copays. The office is open, my friends. Brought to you by drroto.com.
It's Oliveira. So let's get to it. Bring the pain!
We were just letting it ride out a little bit more. What's up, everybody? It's Heat Override, and I'm ready to bring the pain for you and Dr. Roto this week. Oh, yeah. What's up, Dan? How you doing?
I'm pretty good this week. I had kind of a light week, so no trucks this week.
Oh, well, so after work, what I had to do is go drop off a bunch of my car parts for my other car that's in the shop because I'm one of those dudes that says I'm going to buy these parts because I get so many rewards. Then here's the funny thing. I ended up getting there and the guy took a part-time job at one of the shops. So I'm like, he's like, I could have got you my discount. I was like, bro, why didn't you just text that? But I know that he's like, he's teaching during the day. So for me, I'm like, dude, I mean, come on, man. But I was like, if you'd have just let me know that, I definitely would have been like, all right, we good. So, but anyway, I got to say welcome to everybody that's coming in. Everything's going to get piled in. You know, I see 4 people watching so far. We'll do a little talking before we get to it.
Tell your friends. Tell your friends
about the greatness that this show has been able to do in such a small amount of time, going up against massively great shows, man. I mean, overall, how's the ride been coming up to this point for you, buddy?
Oh man, I'm having a good time. I'm still not as on social media as much as I should be promoting, but I think
that's fine, bro.
I just don't got time, man.
Well, the thing is we don't always have to answer like thousands of questions. That's what our articles are for. And you know, bringing up actually one of your articles last week, the soup can of the week. You want to talk about that real quick?
Sure, man. Yeah. I mean, I out of what, eight weeks that I've been writing it, I missed one. One out of 8.
And you had it nailed. That one loss was not bad.
Yeah.
It was a decision thing. It was just an ended.
Yeah.
So that wasn't bad at all. And, you know, like just this previous week, we went into a huge, massive 14-fight card, and your soup can definitely, you know, who was your soup can again? I got pulled up the wrong one. It's not.
Yeah, it was Josh Emmett.
Oh yeah, duh, because Josh Emmett was on the card, dude. Yeah, that was. I mean, you nailed that completely, and it wasn't even just that. The fact that he was, you know, we knew Josh Emmett was gonna get smashed out. You had Zalal knockout submission plus 340 straight up. This wasn't a parlay. This was straight up Zalal knockout and submission. You just didn't have any faith in Emmett?
He's washed, man. He's washed up. The best of his career is behind him, and there's no such thing as a legacy fight if you've never won a title. So he's just fighting for a paycheck right now.
Yep. And you know, if I was able to get paid like that, I definitely would fight for a paycheck too. I wouldn't walk away. But at some point, when you've sustained so much damage or your chin goes, and it really is a thing, like a lot of people don't understand that at some point, some people, just because of genetics, if you literally breathe on their chin, they knock out. They're knocked out.
That's I'm worried about Oliveira.
That is the one worry about Oliveira, and we will talk a lot about that tonight when we get to the main event, because we're actually going to feature that as the fight of the night on the Fight Club. So that's going to be really fun to get to and do some. I have no songs. I'm warning everybody, no songs of this right now. But this card overall, straight rundown. You got Lacerda versus Oliveira, the sucky one. And then you got Palastri versus Kalawasits, whatever you say that. Walker versus Usman. Rocha versus Nicole. You got Mesquita versus Alaskiva, Petrino Peterson, Philo Carpenter, Alameda Aswell, Rosmos Soup Can Offley, Janda Denise, Mario Pinto, Vincent Luque, Joel Alvarez, Davison Figueiredo, Montel Jackson, Charles Oliveira, and Matus Gamrot. A lot of these fighters have won us money, and a lot of these fighters we have won money against.
Yes.
So for me, when I run that down, it's a solid fight card, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'll probably won't watch it. I'm not gonna lie to you because I'm revolt kind of taking a stand against ESPN, but
Okay.
I don't watch anything ESPN anymore because of what they did with WWE.
Okay.
I'm done with it.
You're done with it. That's why I go to Disney and watch ESPN. It's still the same tree though.
Yeah, but my cable I can't get it unless I pay an extra $35 a month, and I'm not doing that. I already pay for ESPN Plus.
Exactly. It's not worth it. So for me, it was so close for me. Of course, I made that switch over. But I gotta say, both of us last week 5-1 for the picks that were mentioned, of course, and then on top of that, I went 11-3 overall. Of course, you picking out, I mean, it was like almost everybody picked Patchy Mix, and Patchy Mix did okay.
And he shit the bed again. He shit the bed.
He should never have laid on him for that third round. What was he thinking?
He's a bum.
What was he thinking?
He's a bum.
I guess. We talk about levels all the time, and this is what we're seeing with that. We've talked about this. When you fight me in the ring, there are levels. If I see you're not as good as a point fighter as me, I am told to tend back, lay back, and just earn my points and get through the match, or just end the match as fast as possible. That's also hard to do in the heat of battle when I'm throwing kicks and Rob rushing the whole time. But that's supposed to be the right thing to do. It's kind of like the no mercy rule in baseball, where you don't crank a home run when they're just trying to get through a 19-2 game. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But still, overall, to me, when you look at that, you look at what we did and how we were able to nail a lot of those finishes. I was a little unhappy. I mean, Mix was one of the big reasons of the parlay of pain not cashing, but I was able to hit 2 out of them, 2 out of the 5.
He scored on mine. It scored on mine.
He did.
I'm losing.
Dude, you had 2 wins, and they were offering you $120 for your $10 bet. Yep. And you were just like, nope. And then you just let it ride out, and you're like, at this point, I'm trying to go for the 1,000, and you end up losing. But but this is where, like we were talking, round robin, you would have hit all the rest of that. Plus, because of that win that Jacob was able to produce, you had such a high money line, it would have made anything good. But you know what? That's not for us to play around, or you to play around with. But
it happened,
for us
man.
to call and make it. And you
it happened.
It's funny too, because sometimes people go, I need to listen to my own advice sometimes, and we do listen to our own advice.
Yeah.
But then I get wild. But you got wild with that call for against Emmett, and I liked it.
And it happened. He got knocked out in the second round.
But practically what ended up happening was Pfeiffer. I just went knockout for both. When I had knockout in sub for Pfeiffer, I should have just played that as part of the 5. Also, I was a little greedy. Normally, I start off the parlay of pain with a money line, and I went greedy with Soriano with a knockout sub. I went all in. That didn't happen, but it almost happened. Of course, Patchy Mix, I had that going under with the knockout and sub on the Mix side. Mix just laid there. He almost got him a couple times, but it just wasn't enough. Shabazian, he got our knockout. Yep. But Gautier, I did nail that too, because he got that. So I went 1, 2, yeah. So that was 3. So I missed 3 methods, even though of those 3 methods I missed, those fighters won.
Yeah.
But dude, Gautier, wow.
He's
I
a
had
stud.
I had to watch it back because like it made no sense. Like it was like a man grabbing a little boy. A
Yeah.
little boy. He didn't even grab him. He went like this and moved him and pushed him down and said, whack.
Yep.
Wow. And that I had the under a half a round, which was a plus 179. Also, the knockout came out, was it first and second round knockout came out, was around like a 340, 380 for Gautier. And his straight up knockout, I think, went down to like, it was like and that's a negative. And it was a negative like 300 or something too. But I also played the money line no distance. That was a negative 500. It was just so many negatives. But that under the half round, that was really the key. And then picking the second round to not start, which was a negative as well too, but not as bad. That worked. Yeah. And so that's what we do, man. We try to take one way, and I brought this up Tuesday on my podcast. And this is what and I'm gonna throw this at you to like kind of like jumble and throw back an answer at me or something like that, or what you feel about it. But like I said, in football, you can hit a home run, or you can score a touchdown. In baseball, you can hit a home run. That's where I was going with that. You know, you can do these things, but you can't hit a home run or have a over the fence call or have it this way or have it that way. You can't have 10 different things equaling one thing. And a lot of those things, like the 10 different things, can hedge yourself. So knockout points happens, then you get your money back. Knockout, decision, no bet. Picking the guy, it goes a distance. You get your money back if you don't get a finish. You know what I'm saying, man?
Yeah. Yeah, I like it.
It's fun. And that, again, is why UFC, I feel, is one of the best sports to bet on and also play DFS. It sucks when your fighter gets pulled and you can't substitute him. You do throw that money away, and that's happened plenty of times this year. But at the same time, just the overall structure of how volatile the fight game is, even an underdog has a chance at any given moment, which no other sport, other than maybe like a grand slam home run at the end by a pinch hit, can really replicate that excitement. Do you believe that?
I do. I mean, I do. It's the only thing in fighting that can replicate, like, a bottom of the ninth, you're down by 2 runs and you hit a 3-run home run. I mean, the only thing that could replicate that in fighting is like a one-punch knockout.
Yeah.
But,
yep.
I mean, you don't get that very often.
No, but when it does happen, it's super exciting because it can happen at the beginning of the fight. It can happen at the end of the fight.
Yeah.
It's always about that one fight. And that goes back to Proshka's fight. I felt that Roundtree was winning that fight going into the third round. It was easy. He did a lot of brushes. Every time Proshka did an attack, he would blitz.
Mm-hmm.
And then
we called that. We called that also.
Yep. That was a feature fight. So there was a lot of storytelling told with that feature fight. And in those blitzes, and at the end, Proshka knew he had to go. And he just didn't let up. He just threw every punch and kick in the world.
He beat his body up that whole fight. That's what happened.
Well, at the end, you could tell that, like, it looked like Roundtree was happy to get knocked out because he was like, oh, man, thank you. Now I can just lay down and take a rest.
His body was beat up, man. He was working the midsection that whole fight.
Yeah. And those kicks do not feel good. So when I'm sparring my teammates, I don't really ever truly kick them unless they're like a black belt. I always kind of just give them a love tap or something like that because I know how devastating my sidekick can be. I mean, we've seen me twist Bob all across the mat flipping by one sidekick. And I don't want to do that. It's not safe to do that when you have a few people sparring around you. You have to be aware of your surroundings.
Exactly.
So for me, that's what having those kicks to the body just ended up catching up with him. And then, like this whole fight, you had 4 finishes, and then you of course had the distance, the ragdolling, 20 takedowns credited. Dan.
I called it. Told you it was a 5-round ragdolling.
It was a 5-round. I just like the minute he got up, bam, bam. He just and what was it?
But he almost knocked him out in the second round, though.
Yeah, dude. Oh, how did Sandhagen live that? How did he live it?
If it was any other referee, that fight might have been called.
It might have been. You are correct. But I just looked at it and I'm like, he's just trying to crawl out. So, but he was still trying to like stay active and he was blocking. I already respected Corey Sandhagen, but after that, I'm like, and that brought up how his arm was twisted backwards and he still didn't tap. That man is a rubber band and that man is tough. But no matter what, he took a beating. He took a ragdolling from Dvalishvili, man.
Speaking of Merab, man, I think it's time for him to move up for a super fight with Volk.
Yeah. You think so? We do talk about fantasy booking a few times here and there with that, but that right there makes complete sense. But I think he would just destroy Volk. I just think he would.
I don't know. I think Volk's too big and strong.
Well, that too. I mean, yeah, he is going to be the bigger, stronger guy. I don't know, man. Like I like Volk too.
There's nobody in that division that could even keep up with his pace, with his cardio.
Yeah. Oh, in Merab, yes. I don't.
Yeah.
This was it. Sandhagen literally was like the last test.
And I mean, you got Nurmagomedov again. The second Omar Nurmagomedov.
Yeah,
you got they could fight for the second time, but I think it's going to go exactly the same way the first one does.
Mm-hmm.
And you got Piotr Yan, and I think the same thing happens to Yan. I think he gets ragdolled too. So
yeah, and I agree with that too.
There's nobody in that division,
and I think at this point it may have gone stale. So I will agree with that. That I think that it is time for him to move up because there's just really nothing left for that division for him. But if he just wants to sit there and just
ragdoll everyone,
just ragdoll everybody, then just do it. Set your records, become one of the best, just like Mighty Mouse and
Mighty Mouse. I mean, George St. Pierre did the same thing. He stayed at 170 his whole career, except for his last fight, and he just beat people up his whole career.
Yeah, and that again, some people are just fine doing that. Like for me, and I'm still going up. When I get to black belt, I will have to learn all that stuff. I will be just like Merab, come in, get shown the ropes. But then once I learn it, and because of my work ethic and because of how relentless I am in my cardio, that I'm going to put I'm going to put a difference into that division when I make it into it. Because for the last, like I've brought up multiple times, and you've heard this 1,000 times, those are the same dudes. And you've seen those guys fight, but you haven't really, because when you come to the fights with us, you've seen them fight, but we always kind of just pay attention to our black belts and the younger guys rather than so much seeing those guys. But you've been around them, and they are big. They're strong dudes, but they've all fought each other. So in that, they're all comfortable with each other, just kind of like Merab is with this division. Merab needs a heat override, brother, man. He needs a heat override, but he ain't.
He needs more competition, man. That division, he cleaned it out. Mm-hmm. You could honestly say he cleaned that division out.
Yeah, I agree with that. And if anybody watching this has a problem with that, or if you want to weigh in. We are live. We will answer your questions about the card. We got all of the notes, everything right here going on for us right now. But we saved the best for last, and then we'll get to the main card, UFC Brazil, right? We both picked Ankalaev. Somebody thought he was cool and went under my YouTube and said, oh, well, that didn't age well. And I go, well, you should have seen the bets we won, right? I mean, we talked about how Pereira had been training. And then I seen Pereira enter that ring, and I swear last time, Ank was bigger than him. And when I seen Ank enter that ring this time, he kind of looked like he was letting the championship belt go to him. He looked a little flabby. He didn't look like the Ink that took that belt. Was I wrong?
He did have broken ribs, though. I mean, he did have broken ribs.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Okay.
I mean, I'm not making excuses for him because he got scorched.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I can admit when I was wrong. I was wrong.
Yeah, I picked him too.
Yeah, he got scorched. And, I mean, when you're fighting somebody with the hands, his hands are the size of toasters, and he hits like a truck. So I mean,
and we said this. We said his path to victory is just throw your reverse punch. He threw it once, and it freaking hit him right in the kisser, and it was a delayed knockout because like the minute it hit him, Ake's face was like, "Oh shit," and like he just buckled right after that.
Yeah. I mean, he threw 2 backhand punches, and that's 2 more than he fought in the first fight.
Yeah, I agree. Like, this was, and they were a real backhand, reverse punch. Or, like you call it the backhand, I call it the reverse punch. Everybody's got a different term for it in your fighting style.
It's his backhand. So
it's his backhand. See, that's where the karate with the back fist and reverse punch comes in.
His strong arm. He strong arm punched him.
He sure did, didn't he? He knocked that boy down, knocked him out. And you know what? That couldn't have gone any worse for Hank because everybody don't care about him now. And now Pereira, dude, I just seen he was trying to talk to John Jones.
Yeah, he wants to go up to heavyweight and fight John Jones at the White House.
I mean, I don't know what Aspinall is going to say about that, but I think Aspinall don't give a crap at this point. I'm fine with it. Give me Pereira versus John Jones at the White House. Give me that. Right? $150 million for both.
Yeah, they'll probably get $2 million each, but because Uncle Dana don't like to pay the fighters.
Well, he's going to try. Maybe with this extra money from the ESPN umbrella, he'll wake it up a little bit. But I mean, we had round knockout.
They're going to Paramount Plus, right? UFC's going to Paramount Plus now.
Yes, it is. So they'll have their money with the new deal. There's going to be so much more revenue. The fighters are going to be able to do it, and we'll talk about some of that revenue with one of the fighters on this club because that's somebody I covered, and it's going to be fun to talk about. But we got to go back. I said the numbers to play was under 4.5 rounds, negative 128. The decision no bet on Pereira was a plus 108. And I had the round 1, 2, 3 knockout, which was a plus 380. First round knockout, 1,000. So yes, we did. I did. We both picked Ink. Our only loss last week.
Yep.
But we nailed the bet, Dan.
Yeah.
Nailed the bet. In the end, that's all that matters.
We win.
We win. We win. The fact that Dan just turned away from a few $100 because he was just like, I'm close to a couple thousand, it just shows that we're just always. I stopped counting units. I found a piece of paper the last time I counted. 51-10. There's not a lot of people that are 51-10 at this point right now. Like I said yesterday, I was like, we're probably like 397 in like maybe 60. Like we don't lose. I've had 3 bad weeks. That's it. So this is what we do. We find finishes for everybody that's finally here, getting in. We've went 24, just catching up, doing a small review, even though I did review a little bit on Tuesday. I did not do that with Dan. So I wanted to at least talk about some of these fights because they were worth talking about.
Yeah.
And
it was a great card. It was a great card. Great card.
And we were having a great time in a bar watching it on my phone.
Yeah. I mean, I got to watch the last half of the Marab fight and the Pereira fight. So I mean,
that's it, man.
After driving 2 hours home.
Yeah. So we had a nice long thing. But hey, let's get to it. Let's get to what everybody came here for. Again, everybody, now that you are here, the Fight Club of Pain produces finishes. We pick our picks. We try to win you money. And that's the way we roll at Dr. Roto. Again, get to Dr. Roto, use code word WIN. You could become our rich friend. We have the right cure for all of your fantasy needs. The football content we have going on is amazing. We also will have a DFS lineup on this episode for you and a simulator lineup as well for tonight's game.
I did mine.
Oh, you did yours too?
Yeah, I did my DFS lineup. So
yeah. And that's just the UFC. We got NFL, UFC lineups to get out. I know that if a few of you have to pop out for a second for that NFL, I will get those NFL lineups to you before we give you the UFC. The Parlay of Pain will also be at the end. We have that DFS. I have a DFS lineup that I got one that's really good, but man, I got one on FanDuel that I love. And only the subs only Discord at Dr. Roto will have that lineup. So you got to join today. All right, let's get to it. UFC Fight Night, Brazil. We've got Oliveira versus Gamrot. And the first fight that we're covering is Vincent Luque versus Joel Alvarez. Dan, talk about it.
All right, I'm going to start with Alvarez, man. He's a former lightweight making his welterweight debut. He has an aggressive style and a finishing mindset. His long reach will let him set up his jab and that front kick that he likes to use. He uses quick and rapid entries to go in and out of the box, and it frustrates everybody he fights. He's also really good defensive scrambler that's hard to keep down. Luque, man, he's lost 4 out of his last 6 fights. He has resilience, and he's able to make fight adjustments with his high fight IQ. He has power, especially because he fights with combinations. He's not a one-punch guy. He loves to use the low kick to set up his combinations. He has really good defensive grappling and a decent submission selection that he can pick out of. He has a really good gas tank, and he's durable in firefights. Not lately, though.
Not lately. I agree with everything you said. I know that Alvarez is he's a favorite, but I love his speed. I love his striking speed. What he's and I do like Luque. I do. But I think that like his slow style, the way he kind of runs like those wide hooks, and the way that Alvarez is able to strike so fast down the line, this comes back to the Roundtree fight. I don't think Luque has enough speed to take that much damage. He can catch him. So we'll have those bets in a second. But at the same time, I think that that's the key for Alvarez. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, he throws him right down the pike, man. He likes to fight behind his jab. So and Luque, he has that wide stance. He gets caught with a lot. He gets caught with a lot of jabs at every fight.
And when you just said wide stance, it's wide. He keeps his chest in front of you.
Yeah.
So it's easy as a blitzer when someone does that. As you've seen me, when you're standing wide like that with me, you're going to get knocked down and knocked down continuously. It's not about the punches to your face, gut, whatever, arms, legs. It is about that. He's going down point, hitting you down, and every time you fall, your back joints, everything hits. And that's a difference. Plus, you have the chance of being mounted in the UFC, and you will get mounted. But Alvarez's kicks, too, are just lightning fast. Who you got winning, Dan?
My prediction, man, I got Alvarez by second round TKO.
Woo-wee! Oh, man. Yeah. So while I put that together real quick, I'll run through some of the bets. We're not a hater. Luque fight, right? Knockout and sub for Luque is plus 650. I like that as a sway. Also, I agree with Dan. I do not think this is going the distance. The distance, no, is a negative 550. Knockout for both fighters is a plus 115. Hammond on that. Hammond that sub plus 142. Under 1.5 rounds is a negative 142, which opens up the decision no bet. The decision no bet is for Luque is a plus 530, but Luque's first round knockout is a plus 2200. So I'm only saying that for a reason, because the money line with no distance for Luque is a plus 554. Now, get over to the Alvarez's side, because you know Alvarez is going to win this fight, right? So we're going to knockout points, negative 110. We're going to have sub first round, plus 330. Knockout first round, plus 330. We're going, this is where it gets wild. 3rd minute of round 1 win for Alvarez is a plus 750, along with his knockout first, second round, plus 190. Everything is almost plus. I'm going to play a plus against a plus, because whichever plus hits, we're going to win money. You're going to win money. Do those numbers practically tell you everything that you were already kind of knew? You were already going with the second round knockout. I'm looking that up now. But what do they tell you?
It's telling me they don't think Luque is gonna finish the fight.
They don't. And I think a lot of people, I've heard a lot of people talk about his brain injuries and everything that, he's sustained over time. But I mean, to me, that speed's going to just overtake the game. And that Alvarez second round knockout is a plus 700. You're covered across the board, people. I love it. I have Alvarez 2, and I'm going Alvarez 1-2 knockout, because that's how I feel. The plus 190, of course, that's what we do. We got it. All right, brother, man. Let's move along. We got the co-main event. It is returned since his injury. Davison Figueiredo versus Montel. He's money. Jackson. Now, I know he's fast. Dan, talk about it.
Montel Jackson, man, he's on a 6-fight winning streak, and he's 15-2 in his MMA career. He's explosive and crisp with his boxing, and he has KO power in both hands. He has dangerous combinations that lead to knockdowns in 7 straight fights. He has knocked people down in 7 straight fights. He has a wrestling background, but doesn't ever have to use it. He has speed, power, and a relentless pace. Now, Figueiredo, he's a former flyweight champ, and he's on a 2-fight losing streak at bantamweight right now. He has experience and wins in some of the biggest settings in UFC history. He's a grappling and submission specialist. His scrambling ability is some of the best in the division, let alone the UFC. He refined his striking combos with shots to the body, and it makes him dangerous on the feet. But he's gonna want to clinch Jackson as soon as that bell rings.
I agree with that 100%. That's practically his only way, in my opinion, path to victory is to grab him, take it down immediately. But man, Montel Jackson's from the streets, bro. Like some of these guys, but he's from the streets. This dude's power, speed, his accuracy, the way he looks at, the way he picks his shots. He's just looking, and he goes, whack. But it ain't a slow pick. The minute it's open faster than your eye, that punch has already hit him, and you go, wow, I just saw that opening. But he saw it faster because of his speed. Have you seen that over his time?
Oh, man. He does that, and like I said, he has a relentless pace. He's always in your face. He's never moving backwards. He's always moving forwards towards you.
Mm-hmm. I agree with that as well, too. And, he won us money. And his fight with Cannonier also shows it, too. When Cannonier tries to come in with that dumbass knee, and he gets popped right in his damn face. So Figueiredo tries to do that stuff that he did with Sandhagen, and Sandhagen was tagging him up anyway. That's why he had to that's why he tried to wrap up. But once he was down, even Sandhagen called him out and was like, that's a basic move. You got to sit up or you got to lay back. He goes, he didn't, and that's why he got hurt.
Yeah.
So that makes me question his fight theory. Does he have the fight knowledge to overpower, outspeed the older man, outbox Jackson? I don't think he does, bro.
I don't think too many people in this division can outbox Jackson.
I'll agree with that as well, too. I mean, that speed is just, woo! I mean, just before the fight, but when we were just started texting, I was literally watching Jackson highlights again just to make sure that I got it. I'm just like, this dude's just fast. He's going to take him out, man. Who do you got winning?
All right, my prediction, I got Jackson by 2nd round knockout again.
Ooh, you're rolling the twos. You
I
rolling the
am.
twos today.
I'm rolling the deuces today.
And you know what? That is a plus 1,000. So that right there gives us that nice little beautiful 1,000. Now let me roll right through quick. We'll get to the Figueiredo side real quick. Distance. I think if Figueiredo does win this, he holds him down for practically the whole fight, and he gets his money line decision. Yes, is a plus 379. Distance no bet is a plus 503 on Figueiredo. I'm like, whoa, that's kind of cool. So I'm gonna throw down a quarter of a unit on that. I like his sub. Figueiredo's second and third round subs. If he gets desperate and he goes for a sub, I don't think he's gonna get it.
He's a submission specialist, man.
Right? Plus 2,500, as well as his knockout sub plus 600, man. I'm willing to take my chances with all that. And I'll quarter unit all that, man.
Everybody forgets that Figueiredo stood toe-to-toe with Brandon Moreno and knocked him out.
And
everybody forgets that.
And that's a hard dude to knock out, and that's a hard dude to box with.
Yeah.
That's a hard dude. We've already won money with him multiple times. And that's Moreno. And Moreno is that good. So the fact that he was able to do that shows that he can and could knock out Jackson. So the middle of it is distance no is a negative 160. No is a plus 126. Yes is a negative 160. Knockout for both fighters plus 220. Sub is a plus 550. Now let's get over. Decision no bet on the Jackson side is a negative 300. That's a nice, I like that. I like that because I don't want no distance money on Jackson, even though I do got his distance no money line is a plus 183. His first and second round knockout is a plus 460. And his overall method of win, Jackson by knockout, is a plus 310. I'm willing to take all that because I feel that there's a good chance that he knocks out Figueiredo, and you believe the same. And that's what I got, and that's how I got the pick. Woo! Man, sometimes these littler fights, when we get to these cards and we do the two, it's like we get through the show, but I look at the time and I see 37 minutes, and I'm like, no, we're right on cue, bro.
Yeah, we're keeping a good pace.
We're keeping a good pace. Well, let's get everybody the NFL showdown slate. This is your DraftKings lineup for tonight. Hurts captain, AJ Brown, Mekatemi, Humphrey, Barkley, Wan'Dale Robinson. They threw in a 200. Now, mind you, this is the computer. This is the optimizer. That's what you get on the optimizer from drroto.com. So there you go. Now, let's give you my lineup. Captain, Goddard, Barkley, Hurts, Tracy, Collins, and Wan'Dale Robinson. I like that way more.
Yeah.
Way more.
Put Tracy in there. That's my dude.
Yeah. We were talking about that, how Tyrone Tracy's going to come back and take Scadaboo's time.
Yeah.
And he came back a lot faster than a lot of people thought.
Yeah. He definitely did. But I think Tracy gets a lot of hate for no reason. For zero.
I agree with that. I agree with that, man. Talk about it, man. What do you think it is? It's just you people just don't respect the Darren Sproles kind of. It's Sproles, I know.
Yeah.
The kind of running back like the Danny Woodheads. Is that what he is?
Who, Tracy? Tracy's like a little bowling ball, man. He'll run you over and run around you.
Dude, you made me think of Zach Scott, or I can't even remember. Was it Zach Scott for the Rams back in the day?
Oh, yeah.
They call him a Goomba.
Yeah, he's like a little bowling ball, man.
Zach Tracy. I can't even remember, and I'm a Rams fan. That man's neck made me forget about him. And I had him. I drafted him too, and I was like, "What am I doing?" So there goes both my hand-created lineup and that lineup, man. But I think the Eagles roll tonight, brother.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
I don't. After getting punked by the Broncos, I mean, you could be right. Anything can happen. But I just feel it's just the whole Saquon.
they have to throw the ball sometime, and they can't throw the ball. They can't throw the ball. They're terrible at throwing the ball.
You know, this moniker about these running quarterbacks, we see this more and more every time. And it's always frustrations with them wanting to throw the ball because they have great success doing what they do, the running ability, dumping it over, hitting the big shot with their big arms. And then it's like, yeah, hit that 5-yard out. And they're like, whoop. But then we got Matt Stafford missing a couple passes last week that drove me through the damn roof.
Hey, he's my age, Matt Stafford. So, I mean, he's gonna miss something. He's gonna have aches and pains. He's old.
Yeah. There's times I'll be the same way. Don't throw a certain kick or something like that because I might have a sore leg that day. But you got a
hip pointer. You're getting over.
Well, I don't know. They had that dancer guy come back through again and stretch us out. And the kickboxers are like, I came out and I was playing with them. I was like, hey guys, I was like, they all went to go running, and Sensei goes, no, go in the back. We got intense training or intense stretching. So they're all laughing about it. We go in the back, and next thing you know, I go in the back, and I'm like, because I already seen him come in, and I'm like, oh, James is here. It's on now. And this dude's an ex-karate guy, former champion of ours. He's been on Broadway, dancing, and all this stuff. So he's got these flexibility now, right? So he pops over, and I'm like, oh, boy. So I go out there. I was like, you guys ready for some intense training? Then I get to our boy, Austin, who's actually trying to train to become a UFC fighter. He's getting ready for an MMA fight, and we got a lot of guys fighting on the day before Thanksgiving at the Bizarros Productions up here in Erie, and that's the Bayfront. That's the ball at the Bayfront, or whatever they're calling it. But regardless, that's what it is. And we have a few guys actually fighting in that. Well, I come over, I go, you ready for some intense training? And then somebody goes, wait, is that guy out there? And I'm like, oh, yeah, he's out there. So let me tell you why, because all the kickboxers are over there. They make some weird sounds. People make weird sounds when they ain't got no flexibility. These guys are like, oh. I'm like, what's going on? This dude's like 15 years old. This guy's 25 years old. I'm 47. And I'm here. I'm like, what is it? Is Bing Crosby already singing? I'm dreaming of a better stretch. What is going on? It's funny, dude.
But you said no songs today. No songs today.
I said no. I'm dreaming of a better. Every time I randomly sing, it's a wild Christmas song tune. And that's just what everything we get like. It's the season, people. We're gonna have some fun with it. But no, I really, really do enjoy that. And I'm gonna also give out a one pick from my Thursday article at Dr. Roto. So that's live again. Use code word WIN and join today, and we will make you our rich friend. I will give you my catch parlay. Bo Collins, 2 receptions. Barkley, 2 receptions. Robinson, 4 receptions. Goddard, 3 receptions. Plus 267. Just play it, people. We hit these all the time. And I have a first quarter props. I always hit those too. I just wanted to give that out for everybody before we get to the main event and we do all the UFC stuff because it's 7:54 and I know that game starts in 20 minutes. So that's a little gift for everybody. But man, I'm ready for it. Are you ready for it, Dan?
I'm ready.
You ready for it? Let's get to it. In this corner, we have the returning vet, the guy through the trenches, the tough man wrestler himself, Matthias Gamrot. In this corner, we have the hometown here. We have the man, the Du Bronx himself. We have Charles Oliveira. Dan, defend your fighter.
All right, I got Gamrot, man. He's going 8-3 in the UFC and is steadily climbing the ranks of the lightweight division. He's beaten Tarsukian, Fiziev, and Jalen Turner. Come on, man. Not too many people has beaten Tarsukian.
No.
He's
in
one
a
of the
wrestling
best
match.
Yeah, he's one of the best pure wrestlers in the UFC, let alone the division, and has taken down every fighter he's faced at least once. He's a ground and pound specialist that smothers his opponents, and he creates constant pressure with his chain wrestling. He has a polished stand-up game, and he loves to throw his combinations too. This isn't the first fight Gamrot has been overlooked. He's primed to get the biggest win of his career here.
Woo! I love it. But my man's from New Bronx. He was picking up dirt. He was chucking rocks. And then the Shoot Box Academy got a hold of him as a little boy. He had childhood paralysis. He had heart problems. At the age of 12, he was able to find BJJ, and it turned his entire life around. It not only gave him the body he always wanted and dreamed of, his boyhood dreams. It gave him the fighting expertise to lead him to 10 knockouts, 21 subs, and 4 decisions. He has the most subs in the UFC at 16. He also holds 20 fight bonuses, which is the most in the UFC. He is a 4th degree black belt in BJJ, and he is also a black diod in Muay Thai. He has the striking to overcome. He has the will to overcome physical problems and take it to my boy Matisse Gamrot, because BJJ saved him, Ilia Topuria served him, and now Oliveira has risen. How do you feel about the fight overall, Dan?
What is Oliveira's chin going to be like after getting brutally knocked out?
You know, for me, and that wasn't even too long ago,
has his brain healed yet?
I don't know. But do you think Gamrot has the power and the boxing ability to go head to head with him?
Yeah, because I think Oliveira's lost a step in his stand-up game. At the last 3 people he faced kind of beat him up standing up. So
you really do think that this could be instead of the last of the rise, he's not going to rise, he's going to stay dead?
I'm worried about his chin. I'm worried about him getting knocked out 2 out of the last 3 fights.
Yeah, and that goes back to the Luque thing too. You know, that is a real thing. When my daughter was knocked out, she and I had my concussion, we didn't feel right. Even when we would hit the bag, we would get like really weird. And there was times before her knockout, she rode the Ravine Flyer 2 at Waldemere. After her knockout, she didn't feel comfortable riding it. So she didn't. So knockouts do change people. It's not that she's not scared. She's already back to fighting. She's fighting next Saturday. I'm fighting next Saturday here in Erie, PA, Girard, PA, that is. This ends the MA tour that's been thrown on by my sensei, Brian Arrington, and, of course, the Canes, Nick Kane, and his dad, his mom, all of the other senseis. They're putting on this is the last fight. And for us, we went through a whole season. We did other tournaments as well. We have points all over the tri-state area. And the fact is, she went back out there and she dominated. But not everybody can do that, and she is young. He has so many, and I'm talking about Oliveira, he has so many fights under him, not even including the amateur fights, the sparring. I mean, I've watched my teammate knock out another teammate in sparring, broken noses. I mean, I don't know. You could be right, Dan. Could be right.
Could be, but I didn't give my prediction yet. So,
who do you got winning?
All right, my prediction, man. I think Gamrot's going to test his luck. I think he's going to try to take him down one too many times, and I think Oliveira, I think his BJJ is too strong. I got him by a 4th round submission.
4th round submission. Ooh, man. That's insane. 4th round knockout, too, is 3,000. But 4th round submission, 2,700. And I mean, whoo. Let me see what I got here. So, of course, I got the 1, 2, 3 for Oliveira. That's a 420. You can go ahead and smoke that bet. And then you got the knockout 1, 2, 3 is a plus 550. Decision, money line, distance, no. Money line is a negative 235. Decision no bet, -150. I love that. For Oliveira, I love it. I don't want no distance money, people. I want that right there for me. All of me and you and everybody. Dan, everybody. I want that because I want that finish. This distance no is a -235, knockout plus 200, sub plus 145 because, again, we do have 2 submission specialists. His knockout in sub is a plus 135. On the Gamrot side, well, we'll get to that. Under 2.5 rounds. They're not giving us the under 4.5. Under 2.5 rounds for this fight is a plus 104. I don't know if I like that too much because I think if it gets too groundy, that's automatically going to go past that under. You feel the same way?
Oh yeah, I think Gamrot's gonna take him down, and I think Oliveira's gonna get up and try to stand up, but eventually he's gonna get tired of getting taken down, and he's gonna start with his submissions.
I agree with that as well too. So I got sub 3rd, 4th, and 5th round for Gamrot. So we're running end of the line here, people, with these finishes. Plus 1,200. His knockout 2, 3, 4, because I wanted to get off on that because this is what you were talking about. If for some reason he does catch him in the 2, 3, 4, plus 1,000. Knockout and sub for Gammy is plus 200. Decision no bet is a plus 118. I like that as well too. You can find your money in there, and it's safer than playing that under 2.5 rounds. Decision distance no, money line plus 264, and knockout and sub is plus 700. When I got that for the Gamrot side of things, man. I mean, I had to throw those bets in because they were so juicy. But dude, this fight's gonna be killer. It looks like we're pretty much on the same side of all these fights, but this is one of those cards you're kind of just that way, right?
Yeah, I agree. There's not too many times that we pick the same people all the time, but no. I mean, the last 2 weeks we've picked the exact same people.
Yeah, other than, well, yeah, Ank led to our loss, but yeah. I mean, of course, overall, you decided to take Jacob, right? And of course, I threw in Gautier.
You know what? You know why I picked him? It's only because I have a stern hatred for Patchy Mix.
You just hate his name.
I don't like his face. I don't like anything about him.
I think he should just make a cooking show, cooking with Patchy Mix, and just cook weird ways to cook Jello.
Well, he's probably going to be cooking at McDonald's soon because he's going to get cut.
I mean, he's going to be mixing up those meals, right? You better not. He'll get fired from there, too. Oh, boy. And you know what's funny is we haven't talked about any beefcakes on this fight card.
No.
No. So let's, because there's really no, like, and there are some heavyweights. We got Walter Walker against Muhammad Usman. Everybody in the world.
Walter Walker's a big boy, so I mean,
yeah, he is. But if we mention food, then it's going to get canceled. We don't want it to get canceled.
Yeah.
But everybody has Walker winning. You think Walker wins over Usman?
Yeah, I think Walker wins.
You think he gets his 4th straight heel hook win?
Probably. I think he's gonna try.
That sounds fun. Everybody knows, and the bet on that is actually really low because even the sports book, the nerds at the sports books are like, "Hey guys, look at that guy. Why did he jump on his ankle?" Oh,
yeah. I mean, it's a big fat guy jumping at ankles.
I'm just scared for my ankle at that point.
Yeah,
I'm just like
scared for my leg, man. You're gonna fucking tear ligaments jumping on me like that.
Dude, the funny thing is the sub for this is a plus 160. And Usman ain't even a sub guy. They literally got this one right. Like, Usman can knock him out. And I don't think Usman's going to be trying to tap him. So the fact that they got the sub under the knockout because of one man and his legacy that he's got going on, completely hilarious. Also, I got to say, we'll move over to Victor Petrino and Thomas Peterson. I'm talking about this because we really just talked about this last card. We were talking about the heavyweights, and we brought up Victor Petrino and somebody, people trying to get a shot Aspinall, if Aspinall, which he probably will, beats Cyril Gane, who would be the next for him? You think Petrino knocks out Peterson, or do you think Peterson lays on him?
I do. I think Petrino knocks him out.
We got our boy John Jones, John 12-6 Jones back. Said on the podium that Money Monkey, he's going for the knockout and told him to bet the knockout line.
He's going to knock out that ankle.
He's going to knock it. He's going to dislocate it. He's going to dislocate it. They're going to call it a TKO stoppage over a rolled ankle.
He's going to knock out that ankle.
So, in the knockout for Walter Walker in the second round is a plus 650. I'm definitely taking that bet.
Walker does have hands, man. I don't know why he doesn't. I don't know why he doesn't stand and bang more, man. He's always diving for people's ankles.
It's plus 490 for a regular knockout, but for me, I'm just gonna take the. I love you, FanDuel. I just caught you with your pants down. Ha ha. This knockout is plus 490. His second and first and second round is a plus 650. Why play that one? Just play first and second round. This ain't going that far, because even FanDuel knows that right now points is a plus 135. Under 2.5 rounds is a negative 1.4. In the distance, of course, like we already talked about. Well, we didn't talk about that fight. The distance is a negative 182. This fight's going under, and that's what we love about it. That's why we love the UFC, being able to just play this many bets on one line and just being able to sock it to them.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get to the DFS part of this podcast. So, Dan, you want to give out your DFS lineup first?
Yeah. I got Oliveira. I got Figueiredo, Alvarez, Pinto, Alskiva, and Petrino.
Woo, dude! You got some dogs. You got some dogs on that lineup. Some dogs, right? All right. Here's mine: Carpenter, Denise, Rosa, Jackson, Aswell, Oliveira. I love that lineup. Love it. I think every one of those guys wins. Carpenter might be the one that might be a little back and forth. Yes, Jonathan Denise. That's another guy we were talking about on that podcast when we were talking about, the heavyweights. And that's another guy, the Russian Ronda, big dog. Yeah, I love it, man. John, where were you the whole time, man? You should have popped in. Did you get the notification late, or did you get out of work late? Something happened, man. We needed this kind of shenanigans happening the whole match. We love you, man.
Russian Ronda.
Russian Ronda. Oh boy. Hey, I'm down for if it wins us all money. But I love that DFS lineup. It's definitely worth it. It should get you the cash game, and I think that it has a chance to be able to take down a slate as well too, since we should be able to get a finish with the Jackson fight, Oliveira fight, the Rocha fight, and the Denise fight. Aswell and Carpenter probably will go the distance, but I really do like those things. For everybody that doesn't see the chat or is in another chat, there goes our guy John's 12-6 Jones, just having a great time coming in, joining in, and everything like that. All right. Is there anything else crazy about this card that sticks out before I get to the parlay of pain?
No, man. I'm sad to see Luque lose again.
What? A lot of people do like him. A lot of people.
I'm a fan of Vicente Luque, man, but I don't think he's going to win that fight.
Yeah, this is one of those distance that maybe a few fights after this, if he gets knocked out now, if this is a brutal knockout, then he needs to take a year off, reassess, maybe come back for a fight or two, and then think about stepping away, because your mind is more important than earning a few bucks. Just go be a trainer. Figure it out, man. I'm not telling you to retire, bro, but I'm telling you, hey, you might want to think about a few options if you get clocked again. So let's get to it. Like I said, we're going to get to the parlay of pain, and we're going to make sure it's not so painful this week. We're going to switch it up a little bit and go with some little wild stuff to make a smaller number overall, but to hopefully turn this into the round robin, because that's what you need to do with this. Round robin this so that we're winning multiple angles, multiple bets at multiple times. We're going Lacerda, money line, -265, puts the parlay at level 1 at 265. Walker, distance, no. -182, we're going to take that. Little safe, but we're going to take that because I think both fighters have a chance at that. I want the under. I want the win for all of you so that you get paid. That brings the parlay of pain to a +113. It's not tasty enough. Let's throw in Rocha. Distance, no. -196 brings it up to a +222. Now we're going Petrino. Knockout for both fighters. I don't even have that written for some reason because every once in a while I get all wild in my own head. But at the time,
every once in a while,
it's a -105 now. But when I got this it was a +115, brings it up to a +529. So you'll probably be at like a 505 with that -105 currently. That's 4 lines of the 5 on the list. Carpenter, distance, no. I said it was going to go, but the distance no is a +112. Which took that 529 to make it a +1,234, a +1,234 odds. I love it. I love that. I went a little more no distance on this one with a couple money lines in that instead of going heavy line knockout. And the difference is a +1,234 to a +3,600. So you do lose a little bit, but you're going to be able to hit more of these bets, making the round robin a little more juicy for you. How do you feel about all that?
I like it, man. I like it.
Yeah.
I think you got some winners.
Got some winners, man. All right. Is there anything you got for tonight? You ready to get up on out of here and go watch some football or go take a nap?
I mean, the last thing I got to say is always bet that Patchy Mix is going to lose.
Just bet against him. The rest
just
of
bet against him.
Against him.
Every time he fights, just bet against him because he's going to lose.
Apache Mix, I am so sorry that Dan has lost all faith in you after you took about 77 lip punches last fight. You only took 3 this time, and then you held a man down. And you don't do that. You don't do that in Vegas. We know that.
He didn't even do it. He just laid on him.
He did. And he kept pushing, and then it just come on, guy. You can't be doing that, man. You can't just do that. All right. So make sure that we pick.
Let me get this straight. He lost to somebody at the top of the food chain, and then he lost to the guy at the bottom of the food chain. So where does he fall in?
You know what? He falls in line at McDonald's, like you said.
Yeah, I mean, do you want fries with that?
Do you want fries with that? That's how we're gonna. That's how we're gonna do it, man. I love it, man. Dan, thanks for coming on. Another great show.
All right, brother.
Let's win some money and let's have some fun. Go Steelers, go Rams, and always remember to bring the pain. Ooh yeah.
Thanks for stopping by the office. Get your fantasy prescription by subscribing to the channel and checking out drroto.com. Until the next visit, be well and take care.